Well, hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. It is amazing to have you here. It is awesome. It is awesome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming. Thank you for taking your time to be here. Hi. Oh, this is awesome to see you all. I love it. Love it. Feel free to tell us where you're joining from. We encourage you to use the chat. Please hop on. We're going to say hi to you. We have all our speakers here, everybody that was in our Mindset Bloom series. And they're gonna say hi back to you for sure. Excuse me. Getting my voice really really working here. Welcome. We're going to give it a few more minutes, just like 1 or 2, 3 minutes, not long. It's so nice to see you all. So nice. Tell us where you're from. Tell us where you're coming. I am currently in Washington, D.C. That's where I live. Well, near Washington, D.C., close to Washington, D.C. Ottawa, welcome, Denise. Welcome. The weather is okay over here. I wouldn't say it's nice because we're in fall. We're getting into that a little bit more gloomy season, but it's still beautiful. I mean, all the leaves and all the brown, yellow backgrounds and fire crackling in the fireplaces. Oh, that season is coming. Welcome, everybody. I did tell to myself that I have to figure out some music. I will for the next webinar, whenever that will be. I'm going to figure out the music back here. Raining over here. Okay. Rain is good. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Lots of surprises for you. I'm excited. It's a big day, and I'll tell you all about it in just a few. Our speakers are also here. They're present. I'm going to encourage them to say hello in the chat as well. You're going to soon see them. Hello, just in case. Love that. We're going to have a great time today. It's going to be a relaxed thing. We're not stressing out. We're just going to enjoy ourselves. It's going to be awesome. Well, I say we start. We kick it off. And boy, it's a big day. I'm not going to lie. It's a big day for me personally and for everybody that it's here. And I'm going to walk you real quick to the agenda. We're going to have an overview of what Mindset Bloom is, why did it happen, what was the reason behind it. And we're going to go through each event. Each speaker is here that was highlighted in that event. We started it in April and ended today in September. So this is the quick overview of what's going to happen today. What is Mindset Bloom? What was Mindset Bloom, if I may say it that way? Well, it was a series, and it was a series designed to inspire people to achieve their dreams and be open to a growth mindset. Sun Media Shine, the company that I represent, our mission is we dare to create dreams. We truly dare to create dreams. Meaning you have a dream, we are here to support it and help you the best way we can for you to achieve that dream. Our vision is to awaken the power of imagination to shape reality. Everything around us started up here. If you look at every little thing, I have a little ball here, for example. This one's in someone's imagination. This did not exist until that person envisioned it, dreamt about it, and created it. So we really believe that everything starts here. And if we give ourselves permission to imagine things that are not in our realm at this point, and we dream about them, we truly have the power to create them. This is what we wanted to do in a nutshell with this whole series. And what better way to do this than through coaching? Coaching is a very, very, very good tool to unlock those hidden gems that are probably lurking inside your mind at any given moment. That's what we wanted to do with this whole entire series. Without further ado, I'm going to invite all of our speakers to join us on screen. And I want them to say a quick hi, and we're going to get to it. Hello, 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 hello. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hi, hi, hi.
Hello, everyone. Hello there.
Hello. There you
Hello.
are. There you are. There you are. Take yourselves off the mute. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Well,
guys, happy Wednesday. Good to be
happy
here.
Wednesday indeed. Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Guys, nervous? A little bit?
Good emotions.
It's a good emotion. Exactly.
Good emotions.
Very good emotions. And I'm glad, Alexandra, you answered because I want to introduce you to everybody that is here.
Oh my God, no.
Alexandra, thank you for being here. And thank you for accepting the invitation to be a guest speaker in the Mindset Bloom series, the first event that we did in April. So long ago. I mean, it's 6 months ago.
Yeah. Half a year, Jesus.
Half a year. Please share with us your experience and your insights and takeaways from that wonderful day.
Of course. So first of all, thank you for having me. And it's nice to be here again and to celebrate with you. What our first series was about was this power that we have within us to basically choose our thoughts. And I know it can sound impossible if you haven't done it before, but the good news is that if we train ourselves to be able to see the good part and the opportunities and the lessons in any situation that we encounter, then that means we have the power to basically control or to shape or to transform the way we see the world and the way we see ourselves, of course. So we talked a bit about how we can do that through coaching, because guess what? This is an amazing method that we have nowadays. And it's something that I experienced myself, both as a coachee and nowadays as a coach. And I'm going to give you a short example just to remind you, if you haven't been here in our first series, what this was about. So let's say one of your limiting beliefs, actually one of mine, is that you're not a creative person, right? And this is an example for a fixed mindset. If you think you can't do something, then you're right. But the good news is that you actually can give it another shot, let's say. Yeah, you can take this belief and basically transform it. So how can you do that, let's say, through coaching? Well, a coach might ask you, if that coach hears, I'm not a creative person. One of the questions might be, but what if you are? And then there's a moment of powerful silence, as we call it, because basically through powerful questions, what coaching does is that it gives you the space to get out of the way you see things and give yourself a chance to look at things in a different manner. So maybe the coach might continue and invite you to a practice, such as, imagine you are a creative person. What do you do? What do you say? Once you answer these questions, you already have another reality, right? So basically, in your reality, you're not a creative person, but in the reality that coaching has supported you to see, you are So once you can see that, once you can imagine it, because there you were saying that, you know, no object would exist without someone imagining it. So once you can imagine it, then you go through action, right? Because there's no coaching without action. So next question might be, from the actions that you mentioned, the things that you mentioned you are doing as a creative person, what is one action you are going to start doing right now? Can you imagine that? So this is a process through which you transformed a fixed thought into a growth mindset thought. And it's just one way you can do it. And I'm going to end my short speech with this message that you already see on the screen. And it's a message from the movie and the book, Eat, Pray, Love, that says exactly this. You have the power to choose the way you think, just as you have the power to choose the way you get clothed every day. Yeah, so you choose your clothes. That's the same way you can choose the way you think. It's just a matter of training yourself to do that. So one final call to action for you would be this. Whenever you surprise yourself thinking something about yourselves that is not helpful, yeah, try to ask yourself this: what is the good part in this situation? What can I take from here that could help me? And in the beginning, it might be a bit difficult. And I'm not saying to be toxically positive. Yeah, I'm not saying if you're going through something that is hard, say to yourself, oh, everything is great. No, don't do that. That's unhealthy. But in every situation, no matter how hard it is, if you have this habit to ask yourself, what can I take from here? Yeah, that could help me even a little bit, you will find that answer. And that means you have the ability to basically transform any situation you're going through into a situation that shapes you and helps you have a growth mindset.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Alexandra. Thank you. That was amazing. Thank you for sharing. And you're somehow paving the way for what's to come. Cultivating a mindset garden. That was the theme of the first event. To really have the soil, to really make sure you have everything that you need to be able to do this. Because if you don't have an open, like you said, an open mindset, you can't put anything. Like if the soil is not plowed, you can't put any seeds in it.
Yeah,
it makes so much sense. And thank you for sharing that with us. And like I said, it takes us to the next event that I had the honor to be the speaker as well. And the person that moderated me, she wasn't able to be here today because it's her birthday. So happy birthday to her. But I'd like to share a very deeply personal story with you. About 2 years ago, I reached the very bottom a human can reach, one step away from suicide. And I know you might ask yourself, how? I'm cheerful, I'm laughing, I'm full of energy. But at that time, I really felt like a rag doll, pulled from all sides: work, family, expectations, society, social media. I mean, everything that is out there. For years, I really gave everything that I had, thinking that was my purpose, to always say yes, never stop giving. But eventually, like a well, I ran dry and I had nothing left to offer. The constant pull without replenishment brought me one step away from giving up completely, truly completely. I've even made plans on how to do it, when to do it, where to do it. And I remember waking up one morning. No, it wasn't morning. It was around noon. And my kids, I have 3 beautiful girls, in case you don't know, for those that are watching, they ran towards me, like really open with their arms like this for their usual hugs. And I felt nothing. Like nothing, no joy, no warmth, just numbness, complete numbness. And it was, in a way, my breaking point. First, there was the painful guilt that kind of came over me on how could I ever think of willingly removing their mother from their life, the one person that gave them life, to think about taking her own. And of course, after that came more pain. The pain that I caused them, the pain that I caused my husband, and the pain that I caused to myself. It was a process of to start feeling again, feeling anything and at all. And I realized that I couldn't go on like this. I had to stop. So I reached out for help, self-care. I reached out to friends. My husband was a very, very good support in this. And in that emptiness, I had a small realization. When you have nothing, when you have an empty space, it's an opportunity to start filling it up again. So I started doing it. I started filling it up with self-love, with care, with healing. At first, I really thought that I had completely shut down and that I couldn't be able to feel anything anymore, like truly numbness. And I did that for months. I was incapable of feeling anything, not even negative feelings, let alone positive feelings. And all that changed at a concert in Washington, D.C. It was called Amazing Grace that I attended. And the voice of a young tenor touched me so deeply without even realizing it. It wasn't on a conscious level. It just kind of shot straight to my heart and tears just started rolling down my face. And that's when I realized that I can actually feel again. It was so, so, so powerful. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all to come back from all that darkness. But I had the people, I had the love, I had the support. And I also had to let go of things, of people, expectation that no longer served me. And I truly, truly understood that taking care of myself, it wasn't selfish. It was essential. I stopped being a rag doll, pulled in every direction, and started focusing on bringing myself together back and to be whole again. Really, this journey reinforced my belief that you can't give what you don't have, and true caregiving starts with yourself. So I want to remind you all that self-care isn't indulgent, it's survival. If you feel pulled from every side, step back, replenish, and give yourself the love and care you truly, truly deserve. And if you want to save someone, like a lot of us do, start with saving yourself. I do believe that life is meant to be lived through the courage to love. Just like my little quote says it right here on screen. Start with that. Love yourself and everything else will fall into place. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Where are we going from here? Where are we going from here? We have the metamorphosis of the mind, and we have Ada here with us. This event was in June, and it was amazing. Ada, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Dea. First of all, thank you for sharing with us your amazing story. I'm sure that each and every one of us can take what we need from your story. Thank you, and I applaud the courage to share it. Metamorphosis of the mind. I'm gonna tell you a little story, just a short story. Which starts like this. Want your boss. Now, imagine a coach telling you this. Not really what you'd expect, right? But it was the line that hooked me to coaching. During 2020, during the pandemic, I was taking part in a workshop, online workshop, where a coach made a demonstration. And although my personal style is a little bit different, this phrase was disruptive enough to jumpstart my curiosity. And that was the moment where it all started to change. My mindset, my thoughts, my goals, my capacity for learning, everything started. The metamorphosis of my entire life. But you don't have to take my word for it. Give yourself permission to explore and discover for yourself. Be curious about coaching, and it might just change your life, just a little bit. I personally believe that there is magic in each and every one of us, and we need the right setup and the right environment to flourish, to discover all those gems, as they are said, that are hidden inside of us. And because we are talking about mindset, I hope you don't mind I'm gonna disclose a little bit of a surprise. Yeah, it's okay. Mindset Bloom series celebrates 6 months today of webinars, and we prepared some surprises for you together with Dea and Ionut. One of the surprises is a workbook with 8 exercises. The first exercise from this workbook, it's a mindset exercise. There, you can take a little test and you'll learn what kind of mindset do you have. Is it a fixed mindset? Is it a growth mindset? So I'm going to challenge all of you today to take a little bit of time and explore this exercise and see what comes up for you. Thank you very much for taking part in our series. And I am very, very happy to be here to celebrate with all of you, with all our attendees and our beautiful persons who took their time to be here with us tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ada. Thank you. Thank you for that beautiful speech. And yes, the exercise that she mentioned, we also have a digital gift, I like to call it, package that's going to be sent in your emails, in your inboxes. So you're going to have them in the days that are coming, including with the recording of this event. But here's the thing, my metamorphosis of the mind did not happen just with Ada. No siree, no siree. We had another wonderful speaker at that event, and he's right here with us, Ionut. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Hello, everyone again. It's such a pleasure to be here, and thank you, Alexandra, Dea, and Ada for opening tonight. Yeah, it's quite emotional every time you discuss with other coaches and with people that you actually really love. So thank you for the emotion that you extended to me tonight. I want to talk about a little bit about our event. So for me, this event was one of the most interesting experience because I had to work alongside Ada as a co-coach. So it's not that often that you have let's say a client, because in that event we had a special person that offered himself to try an coaching exercise. It was a delicate yet powerful process, like having two hands guiding the same flow of energy for the client. So we had to be, let's say, completely in sync and make a safe environment for the client, like passing a phone conversation without the other person realizing the shift. So the key was maintaining the same tone, emotional openness, and continuity, so the client could explore freely without any interruptions or disconnect. You do understand that I have maybe a different tone of voice than Ada, but the entire process was about creating a safe, supporting environment. So it reminded me that we as a coach, our role isn't about being in the spotlight, but about working behind the scenes. We are here to guide, support, and also create that space for transformation. Ultimately, the success of the session wasn't just in what we brought individually, but how we came together to serve the client's journey. That's the true beauty of coaching. When done right, it becomes about something much larger than just us as coaches. It's about us as a whole. So thank you so much. I really enjoyed our time together here, and it's already 6 months from then. Yeah, it was a great journey, and hopefully it's not the last one. It's just the beginning.
I love that you said that. Thank you, Ionut. No, it's not. It is just the beginning. And that's the beauty of beginnings. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what's coming. You don't know how it's going to be. So here we are 6 months later, all of us that were part in this whole series, and we meet here. We finally meet all in that one little virtual space. And it's amazing to know of each one of us, each one of the events that we've been a part of. And of course, once you go through this transformation that both Ada and Ionut were talking about, there's one thing that comes and it's inevitable. And we've all experienced it. And it's just there, it's lurking. It's waiting, and that's fear. And fear, I found fear to be, I don't know how to, a necessity at one point. And even now, without it, you can't really grow. And the trick is to find a way to embrace it and to actually make friends with it. Sacha, please join me and tell us more about this. You are the guest speaker at Embracing Fear event that took place in July. Give us your insight, please. You're on mute, darling. You're on mute. There we go. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm really happy to be here. Everybody can hear me. Oh, that was great. So again, thank you for inviting me on July, I think it was 31st, on Embracing Fear. And I love the topic of fear because it's about navigating through discomfort in our body. And some of you probably listening in know a little bit about my past, but I, for a very, very long time, experienced extreme level of fears, which I had to learn to live in my discomfort every day. I had to make that decision because that was, and I tricked my mind for mindset. I was like, if I can learn to live in my discomfort every day, this is what's going to allow me to expand and grow. So I've been doing this every day. It's like become part of me. And when researching fear, most people don't know this, but it's actually only 4% of our fears are real. Shocker, right? And we also talked about behind fear hides a desire for our kids to be safe, for our loved ones to be safe, to succeed, to help people, right? To feel safe. Again, I come back to that, but fear hides a desire. So when we become aware of what the fear is, it could be talking on stage. I know when I go on stage, I feel a little nervousness, but if I connect to my desire, which is to help, to serve, I become excited instead of fearful. So we talked on the poll about, everybody participated so well on the workshop. We basically learned on locating where the energy of fear lives within, stomach, chest, throat, but also how does it show up? Pressure, twist, palpitation. And then when we learn to befriend it, it cannot impact you in a negative way. You welcome it and you work with it so that the energy moves through you, right? So it can become very fun. And actually, I invite everybody to become curious about fear. The second part is we talked about when we become aware of, in NLP, we can call it undesired state. Then we did a quick exercise about how to switch it to a desired state, right? So everybody listening in, if you have you feel anxiety or fear, or restless, or lots of worry, what would you like to feel instead? It could be a really powerful place to start. Calm, peace, unstoppable, strong. So yeah, it was fun. So I really enjoyed the connection with the group, the participants. And today I'm leaving you with this beautiful this for me is when I sat and I just sat with what fear is. I wrote this and I'm going to share with you that fear challenges us to grow, as I mentioned at the beginning, to step into the unknown and to trust that on the other side of discomfort is a version of ourselves that we've never met. So that's kind of the juicy part. The second part, you can close your eyes if you want to listen to this with your eyes closed. It pushes us towards our edge, reminds us that we are stronger than we know. And in facing fear, we reclaim our power, no longer held captive by it, but empowered by the lessons it offers. So for me, embracing fear is such a beautiful part of my life. So thank you again so much for meeting all of you, and Andreea for being part of this panel today that you've asked me to be part of. It's been a real pleasure, and hopefully there might be more moments.
Oh, yes, ma'am. There will be. Thank you so much for your insightful and heartfelt share. And talking about fear is not easy. A lot of people don't want to talk about it, don't want to admit that, hey, I'm fearful. I do have my fears. And it's no vulnerability. It's so not disclosed this day and age, but that's where we come in, right? That's where we can truly help people to open up and find their strength in their vulnerability. And since we're talking about people and we're talking about everybody that it's out here on this planet, we're so different. Like, that's the beauty. We're different. We're not the same. So the beauty lies in each one of us being who we are. And that's the topic that I touched with Catalin last month in the kaleidoscope of truth. The kaleidoscope of truth sounds so woo, woo, woo. I know we had this discussion with Kathleen, like, what is this? Like, tell me more. I don't know what this is. What do you see in it? Pretty much, when you look at that little peek hole and you see all that intertwining, that it's a beautiful thing. That's kind of how I see us, all of us intertwining with each other on different level, emotional, cerebral, environmental, societal, however you want to call it. And we debated that with Catalin. Catalin, welcome. Thank you for coming back again a month later.
Yes. Thank you, Dea. Thank you everyone for being here. And it's funny enough, I just now understand that it made sense what this kaleidoscope of truth is. And when we're talking about when you look through that lens and you see all sorts of different views, but you're looking at the same thing, but you see different angles. So I want to use that to kind of bring back up exactly what I heard from Alexandra when she started. And thank you for sharing. She started by saying, hey, you have to train yourself to become better, right? To become the best version of yourself. Dea, your story, I'm still, emotional about it, but you said, hey, I have to stop. I have to reach out to friends. I have to focus on self-love, care, and healing. You said, I stopped and I started. Ada, you attended courses focused on being better and becoming a coach, right? You took action. Ionut, your little lines, said over there, focus on consistent action to create change. And Sacha, you came in and you said, hey, you guys need to expand, grow, be curious, and be aware. And I got to tell you, it now all makes sense, right? Because we're all saying the same exact thing, but it might look different. It might come from a different standpoint. All we want for everybody that's watching, for our family, for our kids, for our, if you have, if you're a coach, for your coachees, right? All we want is for them to be the best version of themselves. So now, what is the common denominator? A lot of people say that knowledge is power. Well, if you Google how to lose weight on the internet, you'll probably have over 1 million diets and ways to lose weight. But the #1 pandemic in this country is actually obesity. So I would say that knowledge is not power, but knowledge with massive action is indeed power. And that is what came from all of the speakers here today. And, from everybody I heard, I took action. I started, I stopped, and I decided to be a better person. And that is when all life has changed and when you become the best version of yourself. It's in the moments when you don't feel like waking up, when you don't feel like doing it, when you don't feel like going to the gym, when you don't feel like reading a book. That's when you must, and that's when change happens. So I'm going to wrap it up with, my guys there, Tony Robbins, my absolute, my mentor and coach, and who 7 years ago helped me, absolutely change my mindset, change my life, and become the best version of myself. And it's an absolute journey, and it never stops. But life, indeed, happens for me. And you guys said it in the past, said it right now. There's a lesson, and there is something to be learned behind every single challenge in your life. Do not be a victim, be a victor, and take massive action to become the best version of yourself. Have an amazing day, guys. Mwah! Much love, and see you on the other side.
Thank you, Catalin. That was amazing. The fact that you wrapped each perspective that we just shared here today. I love that. I love that. That was awesome. That was awesome. You kind of like brought everything together. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for bringing that kaleidoscope like out there and putting it straight on by example. Fantastic, fantastic. And the event with you was the last event, official event with a speaker. And today we are here to bring together, to bring an end to these 6 months of work and 6 months of inspiring people, 6 months of touching lives and touching souls. And I did disclose in our promotion that we're going to have a surprise speaker. Well, she is here. You can see her on the screen. And I invited her to kind of give us her take on this. She did participate at our events. I'm sure she watched the YouTube, because they're all on YouTube, and you have them in the chat, by the way, for everybody that is attending. In the chat, you have all our socials, websites, including the YouTube links to the videos for the past events for you to be able to see them all. Gabriela, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time to be here. And I know it might sound like a tall task and a tall ask, but I truly felt that you can bring us a perspective on this whole series that we haven't had yet. Welcome.
First of all, thank you for having me here. It's an honor for me. And I want to congratulate you all for this amazing series. On some of them webinar, I was in the audience. In some of them, I was looking on YouTube. And it was truly inspiring for me. Each one of you gave me some energy and good ideas. And of course, I've been thinking a lot about what I will talk today, what I can say more about what you did, what you mentioned it here. And of course, there were a few ideas spinning in my head, and I started to write, but somehow none of them came really in the flow. None of them came easily to me. And then I was looking again on the YouTube, following the Mindset Bloom events, and looking on what you did. A central thought came into my mind. It is also here on the screen, that our mindset shapes our reality. Everything that we do, our work, our relations, our actions, our life itself, it's really connected with the way that we see the life, with the way that we see the world, and the way that we are positioned ourselves in all this picture. Because, I usually say this, after all, we are all living in our heads. And if there is something that I would like for you to take with you from this story of mine, is that, yes, we are all living in our heads. And what is there, it's important. And following on this idea, I was thinking to tell you a story about how I changed my reality. Of course, first of all, stepping into a different mindset. So let's start with this. I am really proud that after 52 years of life, I am really and finally managing to go to the gym twice per week for more than 1 year. And I'm really proud of this. Yeah, but the story is not about how proud I am, and it's not really about the gym. The story is about a dog. It's about a wonderful, smart, beautiful, lovable, sweet, goofy, and stubborn golden retriever, my little velvet soul. He is my soulmate, and he was my reason to smile for 10 years, 5 months, and 6 days. 18 months ago, on Thursday just before Easter, sorry, I'm emotional, I let him go over the Rainbow Bridge. And it was hard for me. Some people are saying that when you lose a pet, the feeling is similar with losing a child. I don't want to make this comparison. I cannot do it, of course, because luckily I didn't lose a child, but it wasn't easy for me. Bottom line, I'm sure he will find me. In this life or another, he will find me again. And maybe now you are wondering, what the hell have in common going to the gym and the golden retriever? Well, apparently there is no common ground on this, but in my head it is. And follow me, I will tell you. Coming to another story, a few years ago, I discovered positive intelligence. Maybe you are familiar, maybe not, but I will tell you brief about it. It's a concept developed by Shirzad Shamai, a Stanford teacher and an international coach, which is somehow a mentor for me. I was following his classes, and he's one of my mentors. I will not keep you now a lecture about the positive intelligence philosophy, but bottom line, the theory of positive intelligence is that our mind is working under two perspectives: the saboteur perspective and the sage perspective. About the saboteurs, maybe we will discuss about some other time, but now I want to tell you about the sage perspective. And this is that every outcome and every circumstances can be turned into a gift and opportunity. Of course, this doesn't mean a passive acceptance. It doesn't mean surrender. It means truly an action, a conscious action to use our clear mind, laser focus mind to find that gift, to find the opportunity, even if they are not so obvious. Usually we are looking on the situations in terms of good or bad. But what if we will look about the situations with open mind, without judging the situation itself, without labeling it, and also without judging others. And more than this, without judging ourselves, because usually we are doing this. And again, every outcome or circumstances can be turned into a gift and opportunity. What is possible if we are looking about the life itself from this perspective? But what are the gifts? What gifts can you take from a situation that is not really uncomfortable? Well, think about it. Maybe we can learn something that will help us in the future. And this is the gift of knowledge. Maybe we can grow our strengths. And in the future, we will not be so affected about a bad situation. And this is a gift of power. But what gift or opportunity can you take when you lose someone dear? How can it be transformed into a gift and opportunity this? And now maybe you see the connection already. So bottom line, what I did was I've been crying. I've been grieving my loss, and I was looking on the photos and movies, and at some point I stepped into a different mindset, realizing that I was really lucky to have the chance to share my life with Aldo. And then I remembered that the third gift through the positive intelligence theory is the gift of inspiration. Is to commit yourself to an inspiring action that you wouldn't do it if that situation didn't occur. And then I saw the gift. And then actually the gift came to me. So I did. I committed to go to the gym as a way to cherish my life to Aldo. And now, every time that I think that, I'm tired and I'm not in the mood and I don't want to feel the sweat and pain after workout and so on, I remember the promise and I go to the gym. And this is the way that that my reality was shaped in a different way. Hope it will shape my body too, but this is another story. We'll talk another time about it. The story is not about the gym. The story is not about Aldo. The story is not even about myself. The story is about how we can change reality by changing the perspective that we are looking at it. Changing the mindset through the sage perspective. Sage is our inner wisdom, is our power to recover, is our ability to start over and over again. We just need to use it. It is there in us. We just need to use it in a conscious way. And through this, to shape our reality. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gabriela. Wow. Ooh, emotional. Yeah. Ooh. Thank you for that. Thank you for offering us and sharing with us a part of your soul and such an intimate story as well. And that I can feel you. I can feel you all the way here. I have a dog too. He still has a ways to go. But he's crazy as well. I would love to remind the audience to put in questions in the chat if they have. Feel free to drop them there. We will address them. And well, this is not the end. Gabriela was the guest speaker, but it's not the end. And I actually have a little surprise for all of you. I did disclose a question that I have prepped for you all to answer. I didn't tell you what the question is, but I would love for all of you to take about a minute and a half at tops to answer it, and to give you, to give you a head start to say, and not to put too much pressure on you. I'm gonna answer it. What's one belief or mindset you let go of during your journey, and what did you gain in its place? While you take a minute to reflect on that, I'll tell you what was my belief that I let go. And it was a belief that wasn't even mine. It was instated by others in me. And it was, well, the society, let's put it that way, the society, the world out there. And the belief was this: you cannot be a professional singer after a certain age. You cannot get on a stage and perform after a certain age. Everything out there, it tells you that you have to be young, you have to be beautiful, you have to be energetic, you have to be single. Maybe a boyfriend, but kids? Nah, no way. You can't do that. You can't do that with a family. And that was the belief that I set in for about 10 years of my life. In these 10 years, I had my kids, all three of them, all three girls. And I woke up one morning and I felt empty. I completely hollow. I got on this merry-go-round of things to do day in, day out: work, school, cook, all the stuff that is coming with it. And that mindset and that belief kind of kept me in a place. And one day I woke up and I told my husband, I don't sing anymore. I don't draw. I don't paint. I don't do none of the things that I did and I loved doing. Poor guy looked at me with big eyes like, who is she? Where is she coming from? And he said, go do it. That's all he didn't even know what else to say. Just go do it. And that's when I started doing it. And this was in 2018. And I recorded myself like with my phone, and I just dumped it on social. And somebody contacted me right after to offer me an opportunity. And that's how I restarted my music and my artistic career that I shut down for a very long time. But that was one belief that I had to let go, and I gained a lot. Currently, I'm performing. Currently, I have concerts, I have shows, I have events lined up, and I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alexandra, I'm gonna invite you next, and I'm gonna invite each one of you based on the events that we've shared together to have a little order. Please.
Yes, well, actually, one of the main limiting beliefs I used to have about myself was that I was not good enough. And I think a lot of us have experienced this. And once I was able to let go of it, I actually discovered a whole new me and a whole new world of possibilities, because when you think about yourself that you're not good enough, your world shrinks, right? Because you have no courage to try new things. I was thinking, I can't ride a bike. I can't do math. I'm not a creative person. I'm not good enough to be creative, right? All these kind of things that basically limited my world into a very few possibilities, little possibilities. So once I started to let go, I became a news presenter. I could have not presented the news on the radio if I thought I wasn't good enough, right? And then I changed my career from a news presenter to a trainer, a coach, a mentor, and so on. So professionally, my life changed, I would say, quite a lot. And personally, I managed to let go of toxic relationships, because, you know, when you think you're not good enough, you might surround yourself with people who are not good for you, because that's the people you think you deserve to have around. So I managed to let that go. And nowadays, I'm much more, I think, much more, I have much more faith in me and in the people around me and in the world and the possibilities that it can bring if you have this power and the support you need to, you know, to be able to open yourself up to whatever comes your way and just take the opportunity. Thank you, Dea.
Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you for that. That's music. That's beautiful. Love it. Ada, what say you?
Well, I'm going to continue with my belief. One of the biggest limiting belief that I had was that I can't learn anymore. So as Dea said, you are at a certain age, okay, you have kids, you have your life, your timesheets, and so on and so forth. And I thought I cannot learn anymore. This is a belief that I got when I finished college. After I took my master's degree, I said, I will never learn anything in my life. I specifically remember the moment I said that. And when I discovered coaching and I started working with the coach myself, I was the coachee. It took me 9 months from the point where I decided that I would like to explore coaching myself and maybe become a coach, till the moment I opened up Google and started researching for a coaching school. So it took me 9 months with this belief that I cannot learn. And after I started the school, when I took the exam, I was oh my God, I don't know how to put it. I was physically sick. So I threw up after the test. And this is a limiting belief that kept me away from what makes me happy, because coaching makes me happy. Serving people makes me happy. Bringing coaching into the company I work with makes me so happy. So this limiting belief was keeping me away from it. I'm still working with this limited belief. I still have some left, but I take courses every year, at least 2 courses. Cannot wait to start another one in October. And what I put in place, I put meaningful relationships with people I discovered throughout this journey of coaching. If it weren't for this journey, I wouldn't be here with you today. So I'm very grateful, because I gave myself the opportunity to take a little step and challenge this belief. This is what was the first step. Okay, I challenge you, I dare you to show me. And I showed it.
Well done. You did show it. Thank you, Ada. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Ionut, top that.
Oh, there, don't get me started. So for the last 3 years, or over 3 years, I had a lot of beliefs that were not true, and it was really hard to let them go. So yeah, let me just choose one, because we don't have all night to talk about that. But one belief I let go during my journey was the notion that success is solely about individual achievement. So I used to think that reaching my goals meant working harder than everyone else, often at the expense of collaboration. as I move forward, I embrace the mindset that success is built on relationships and support. It's in place. I gained a deeper appreciation for teamwork and connection, and that allowed me to empower others while also achieving my own potential. I can't say it was a easy change, but yeah, I'm still struggling sometimes with it. But you can do things by yourself, you know. When you try to do something really great, you need more people around you, and you must choose to put yourself in the service of others. So it's not about you, or in my case, it's not always about me. It's about the team. It's about the us in team, if I may. So yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, it was quite nice to to let that out of my shoulders. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I can actually relate to that a little bit. You know, nobody does the thing the best thing that I do it the best. It's me. I relate to that. Like that's a perfectionist in myself as well. That's coming out sometimes, and I do work with it as well. I do. Especially with my kids. Okay, nobody, you know, nobody knows better than mama what's best for their own kids. Nah, I'm starting to kind of not believe that anymore. They know they're so much capable these days to have their own direction.
Yeah. Before, motivation for me was equal to ego, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, it was hard to let that go. But yeah, it's a different world now for me because I don't see that anymore. Yeah,
Thank you for the share. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
my pleasure.
What is your opinion? What's your what did you have to let go along the way, and what did you gain?
Same here. I had to really think about this because there's so many beliefs that you work through the years. I was like, it could be like a whole day, a whole workshop on this. For me, the one I'm going to spontaneously say is it's like 2 in 1. I need to be the best. And I'm not allowed to make mistakes is actually a big one. I'm not allowed to make mistakes, so I become the best, right? So what has that created for me? Stress, rigid, not smiling, serious. Like the belief incarnates our energy and we become it and we walk it. So I look stressed, I look tired, I don't look happy, you know, and then here I am, a therapist, you know, wanting to help people and guide people, but myself was adding an added layer of stress. So how have I changed that? Awareness. So this is what I do. I work with beliefs. I do hypnotherapy. I do regression work. So we unlock beliefs really, really fast. So when we let go of the pain body, which tied to the belief, how did I change? I'm human.
Oh,
Repeat that. I'm human. I'm human and I'm loved. Even if I'm loved, so what happens? The whole stress created by the belief leaves my body, right? And I can smile and I actually just look more human.
that's beautiful. Sacha, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love it. Love it. Love it. God, there's so many. See, I'm starting to identify myself in each one of you, like my little portion. Gabriela's nodding. Catalin, what was yours? You probably have an array of them as well. Just take yourself off mute, please. Thank you.
Oh, so, all right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so yes, like just everybody said, we all have a ton of limiting beliefs. Today and now we're going to focus on one that I would say took me the longest to let go of. Growing up as a kid, for some reason, I didn't grow up in a religious family, but I was always as a kid drawn to the universe, drawn to God, drawn to a bigger power. And I've always had this, kind of like, I would go to sleep and kind of like have this conversation with God or universe, or I'll pray. I really felt very connected until one day I was 12 years old. My father died right next to me. And that was the moment when I told myself, God is not there. And if God loved me, would never do this to me. And I would say that that took a big piece of my heart, took a big piece of who I am and who I was. And it took me over, I mean, years and years of coaching and training and being able to understand that that was the biggest gift God has given me, because my dad was going to die no matter what because of his choices made in life and his choices of eating, drinking, and the European lifestyle where you smoke 4 packs of cigarettes a day. It was an absolutely gift that was given to say my goodbyes to my father in his last moments, which was empowering. And it's probably one of the best gifts I was ever given. So letting go to that belief gave me this amazing connection with the universe, this amazing connection, whatever you want to call, God, the universe, energies. We are surrounded by it. And embracing the fact that, somebody out there is always looking for us. And we always have somebody in our corner. And always, no matter what, God is next to me. I am so superhumanly strong and powerful. And I got to tell you that was probably one of the biggest achievements of, coaching and investing in myself and investing in becoming a better human. I didn't even know when I started to, this journey, that I will let go of such a tremendous emotional package and baggage and transform it in a gift. So thank you. That's my little story.
Thank you so much, Catalin. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you all for still being here. I know we're getting a little bit over time. Gabriela, I'm going to invite you real quick to give us your answer.
So I will try to be very quick. So one of the limiting beliefs that I used to have is that I'm the center of the universe. And if I do good, and if I reach great results and so on, people will love me, people will accept me, and so on. And I was suffering tremendously when people weren't accepting me, when people were mean to me, and so on. And at some moment, I realized that no, I'm not the center of the universe. Whatever people are doing, whatever are saying, it's about them, it's not about me. And when I realized that there is nothing about me besides what I do and what I think, whatever other people are doing, it set me free. It gave me freedom, it gave me peace of mind. So what I tell you in the beginning, what I told you in the beginning, we are all living in our head. And I was living in my head, thinking that I'm the center of the universe and everybody's spinning around me. Okay, this is a joke, of course. I wasn't really saying that I'm the center of the universe, but I was acting like this. So, yeah, we are not the center of the universe.
Oh, no.
But we are beautifully, uniquely great.
Thank you.
I don't know if in English there are these words, but I'm inventing it now.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to write actually a dictionary about the new wrong English words that we wrong word. I mean, we'll make it happen. Don't worry about that. Thank you for your share. Thank you. Thank you for your answers. Thank you for still being here. We're going to wrap up. And before we do, besides thanking you for being here, I want to thank those that are not here and our partners in this event. Mind Getter, that is here represented by Ionut. Thank you for being a partner and helping us spread the words. He's the founder of Mind Getter. So thank you so much for being a partner in this whole series.
Thank you for the invitation. Yeah.
My pleasure. Ada Ditrich, again, one of our partners. She's here. Thank you for accepting my invitation to be a part of this whole series and help us spread the news. And coaching partners, that is here represented by Alexandra Coravu. Alexandra, thank you again for your willingness to be with us along the way.
Thank you. Thank you as well.
Thank you. And also a shout out to Marina that it's not here, and happy birthday to her. It is her birthday today. She helped us along the way tremendously. Same with Stefana. She was a tremendous help. She worked with us all the time. She was part of the webinars with you guys. She's taking her vacation at this point, so I didn't want to ruin that for her. And without further ado, I am Andreea Rebaltescu, and I represent Sun Media Shine, the one behind this whole concept, this whole idea that just wanted to do something different. I was like, I want to do something. I want to do something. I want it to be different. I want it to be I don't know, reach as many people as I can with the best people that I know, and you are amongst that list, the best people that I know that can deliver something that I saw, the vision that I had. These are our contacts and our information. Please follow us and reach out to us for whatever needs in marketing, digital marketing that you have, and also coaching. We are a bunch of coaches over here. You guys are going to receive the digital package at the end with all of our information. We're going to the Q&A section for those who still want to. And at this point, I know we're over time, but if you're still here and if you would like to join us on the stage to address a question or just talk to us a little bit, all you have to do is raise your hand, and I will stop the share and I will bring you up if you would like to. We're just going to chit chat for a few more minutes, and I'm sure everybody has something to do, but if you would like to join us, please do. In the meantime, anything that you guys would like to add as a closing remark, please open your mics and feel free to do that randomly.
It was great to be here. Thank you for having me. Thank you for inspiration. And I wish you all to enjoy your life and to be free of any limiting beliefs, if it's possible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to thank you there for everything, because no one had the pleasure to thank you. So thank you for everything. It was a great journey, and actually thank you again for the context that you created. I think it was more than a pleasure for each of us. It was actually an honor to be beside you and discuss the things that we feel, the things that we think. Thank you again there for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Love and hearts, love and hearts. Oh, I don't know when Catalin does that. Do it again.
yeah, something happens there.
Yeah.
Not where, but it happened. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, look, yeah.
It's just a recognition. It's just a recognition of
It's an update on the Mac. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Ah, it's the technology.
Amazing. Thank you, Denise. Thank you for being here. Keep an eye on your email. You're gonna get some nice goodies in there. And I think we're good to wrap up. I just want to invite you all to stick around a few more minutes, but we're gonna close the session. This was Mindset Bloom, everybody. Let's just do a round of applause for these 6 months. And closing it
Congrats,
out with a
everyone.
bang. Thank you all. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you,
everybody.
Dea.
Thank you.
Again.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of us. We couldn't have done it if it wasn't all of us in one spot.
Yes.
Much
Bye.
love, guys. Ciao.
Ciao.